G'day guys and welcome back to Jans_gaming for another Dokkan Battle video. So a lot of the events from part 2 of the anniversary have just dropped, and one of those is the Infinite Dragon Ball History stage. As you can see here, I've built a team. We need to use 3 Margin power units as well as 3 Power of Wishes units. As per usual, I try to do these in the one run through, and the best way to do this was definitely just with a Margin Buu Saga team. So as you can see here, we've got the SDR Kid Buu as our leader for that, and then with the friend, I've gone with the Int Margin Vegeta. So let's jump into this one and see if we can cook. So a bit of, I don't know, not the most functional team build maybe. It's going to be very split into the 2 separate rotations here. What we might do is play it that way, I think. So we'll grab that, into that, into that. Honestly, these usually aren't the most difficult, especially in the early stages. You can absolutely cook. So bringing stacking units is definitely going to be really, really effective. But yeah, the 2 rotation pieces I'm going to have here is the Z Duo with the Int Margin Vegeta as one rotation, and then on the other rotation I will likely run the physical Buu tanks with the transforming Buu. So should work pretty effectively, and we'll be able to jump in and grab those stones. That is always the thing with these Infinite Dragon Ball histories. It's pretty much just a stone grab because the content isn't too crazy difficult. We've got type disadvantage, no links here, and we're still taking double digits. So easy money. We'll get the SDR Kid Buu. He's going to be floating. We'll also be floating the Go Bros. If they had their Easy A on global, we'd definitely be running them on rotation, but alas, they do not. And then we'll also be floating Tech Ultimate Gohan as well, just with his guard. Get him off a couple stacks, and he'll be fine in slot 3. So let's see, pretty much 6 million attack stat for the Easy A Super Buu. Nothing to complain about there, considering we're just running him away until we can get him transformed. Perfect. So the main thing there was that we wanted to get the 18 key for the Buu tanks, because that's then going to allow him to stack up. Still taking double digits on those type disadvantage normals. Hopefully that'll finish the fight. And from the next next round, not next rotation, the rotation after, we shall be sorted in terms of links. In terms of rotations, we didn't get any crits from anyone. Where are we? Okay, so we don't get the job done. We come in. Whoops, we'll put you in there. May as well just grab that. Into that, build up those type advantage, same type key spheres. We'll get the extra build up towards our Dokkan gauges. What I'm trying to spitball out here. So we'll get the finish with the Z Duo. Probably could have thrown the Tech Gohan in to get his super off here, just to get him an initial stack, but he is going to be our floating unit. So rotations sorted here. What we'll do is we can't actually grab enough key, so I am going to risk it here. We're going to put you in slot 1. That opened up that, yeah. So those STR key spheres opened up very nicely for us. So thank you, Dokkan, for them ones. You just really need to be getting off that 18 key for physical Buu tanks to allow him to get that. You can see we're taking double digits there, anyways. But yeah, you want him to get that stacking off so that later on in the fight you are able to transform him, and just have a bit more security if you do get cooked in that Buu tank stage. Also worth mentioning that it is pretty important to stay above that, or stay in that HP threshold. You definitely don't want to be getting the Buu tanks out when you do transform with your STR Super Buu Easy A. That'd make it pretty much a reset. So maybe you want to bring some healing items for later on in that stage. What we can do there is grab that, into that, and then into that. So the Z Duo will cook in the second slot there, they're going to get all that extra attack. So Majin Vegeta will get dominated. This friend is Rainbow. Funnily enough, is full level 10 Link bar 1, which was a bit weird to see. I don't know if they've forgotten, but anyways. And bang. And the Z Duo, remember they will have built up a ton of crit chance here as well. And they come out up to 7.42. So not on a 200% lead, so numbers aren't going to be as crazy as we're sort of gotten used to seeing. And we're also lacking support units on this team as well. Like I said, the build was solely revolving around the fact that we wanted to get all these missions done in the one singular run through. So yeah, we were pretty limited in our choices. Oh, actually pretty handy that wasn't a super attack. Means Gohan can come in and get off his one super here, and we move on to the next stage. Can't remember if there's any gimmicks in this. We're above the HP, so we get the STR Buhan out here. Buhan's super good. Him and Boo Piccolo are both super good actually, so either of them would have been very effective. We grab that. We grab that. May as well pop that. I'm pretty sure that is just for... From memory, I actually haven't used STR Kid Boo in a long time, but from memory I'm pretty sure he gives himself a permanent buff, I think. I'm pretty sure that that's what he does, so we'll roll with that anyway. We'll just pretend that he does, even if he doesn't. He's going to be floating, so it's going to be, honestly, we're not going to see that big of a, or that much of it anyway. So, Boo Tank's getting off all these additional supers in slot 1. Put him in slot 1 because he does have that type advantage, but I'm sure Buhan here dropping the 9.6 million super would have been perfectly fine in slot 1 as well. But bang, we do get the additional super, which is pretty clutch because we get the multiple turn 50% defensive raise. So anytime you are getting additional supers with the STR Buhan, that's going to be giving him a massive boost for his defense on the next rotation. What we can do is grab them, which will lead to us grabbing that into then grabbing that. So that's worked very, very dandily. We got the extra damage reduction for the Majin Vegeta. Not that it matters because he gets the dodge off anyways. We're still allowed to, we're still able to leave the Z Duo in slot 2, so they're going to be able to cook offensively again. This friend Majin Vegeta is firing off a lot of additional attacks, and has also come in with some clutch dodges. Yeah, they got the fire build on their guy. So let's see, we're up to an 8.19 here. Again, we've built up that passive, so the crit chance is at 50. We don't get it. We did get the additional super this time from being over 18 key. It is a bit weird how the, I don't know, for some reason I just find it weird that the 18 key super chance procs, and then after that you get the guaranteed 24 key super. But anyways, that's just me thinking it's weird. We get those additionals. We don't get the hidden potential, but that does mean that we can get some extra build up with the Go Bros in slot 3. If we did have their Easy A on global, I would run them on rotation, chuck them alongside the Z Duo, and they would cause some quick damage for sure. But that's fine. Defensively, you're at 320. We'll give Boo Tanks one more stack. Why not? We'll grab that into that. Let's see what offensive numbers we get here with the STR Boo Tanks. So 9.4. I think we may have had extra links active before when we did have the STR Kid Boo on rotation, so that's why there was the slight drop off there. No additional supers this time, but I can't imagine this will do any damage at all. I wouldn't have thought. Yeah, double digits. Gohan does lower defense though, okay. So that's something to keep an eye out for if you are using sort of some squishier AGL units. You potentially get cooked there if you've got a super coming in and a bunch of additional normals after that. But Yeah, I definitely don't think this guy is going to be hitting you hard enough to really cause any concern on that front. And we come back around. We got type advantage, so we may as well pop that for a little bit of fun. We get the guaranteed crit. Bang, we lose a bit of HP, but we don't worry about that at all. Grab that. That might trigger off. Yeah, it did. I probably shouldn't have done that. Now I've triggered off the Dokkan attack. I'm not going to pop it because... Oh, I'm not going to go for it because I think we should be able to just one-shot him anyway, so may as well save the time. As I mentioned previously, we've got that big crit chance here, so if you add that in with the Dokkan attack, we could cause some real good damage here. Oh, there you go. That wasn't enough. Still, whenever it's not enough, it just means we've got an extra chance to stack, so that's fine. Bang. And we get the final one there from being 24 key as well. So, cool. And we will move on to the next stage. I can't remember who it is. Must be like a... Oh, we got Vegito here. So, type advantage. Why not? Let's get the transformation off. We're only at 370, but we got type advantage. I can't... As I've said previously, I don't think that this stage is going to be hitting us all that hard, so we may as well just jump in, give each of these Buhans, the extra big bad bosses, and then we're going to be able to lay down the law with some more offense here. So should see a really sizable increase for the Buhan now. That's what we wouldn't have had beforehand. We wouldn't have had the big bad bosses link active. That's why there was that drop off from not being next to Kid Buu. And you can see we're straight off to a 10.2 million attack stats. And let's see if we can get any additionals from that one. So 3.8 jumps up to a 10.8 here from the additional. And we should finish Vegito. Yeah. Well, clearly we're going to finish it, even if the GoBros aren't pouring out too much damage. 260k, yeah, that's obviously not a high number. Let's see, because what? You just got Fierce Battle. I would like to put them in slot 2. Maybe I risk you getting cooked. We're going to transform you, just for the sake of it. Let's see. If we go like that, into that. Disappointing, we didn't drop enough key spheres down for Tech Gohan. I was hoping we were going to get those 3. That's a little bit more damage than I was expecting to take. Sort of thought it might have been around that 10k range. Hey. This teaches me for trying to just get this done quickly. The Z Duo being in slot 2. I could have put Ultimate Gohan in slot 1 as well, actually. That would have been pretty effective. And realistically, we are only pumping out a 7.4 million attack stat with the Z Duo, so should have just thrown him in slot 1. But you can see we got the crit there. Once you add in the extra attack boost that each of these supers is like receiving from the passive, I don't know, maybe it is worth it. We'll just wait and see. So let's see if we can get the finishing blow here, or whether Tech Ultimate Gohan's actually might have to take a hit. Bang, it's double digits anyway, so that's fine. We'll slide you to cross to slot 1. Grab that. We get the healing from all of the Buu's passives, so, and Metamorphosis as well. And before you know it, we're pretty much back at 300k HP anyway, so while it mightn't have looked great, it wasn't really that much of a concern. So bang, and now we've got, what is it, the Super Spirit Bomb. Yeah, Int is our type advantage, so that's cool. We'll pop that as well. Get a little bit of extra damage in there. The extra damage reduction for you. We can get a little bit of healing from you, and get the 18 key there. So this rotation probably couldn't have gone any nicer. That's why it is always cool when you do drop under that HP threshold that Majin Vegeta does get his orb changing, especially when you are running him alongside the Vegeta and Trunks. Can be really, really helpful. I reckon that's probably the first time we haven't got the additional super there for the Majin Vegeta friends. So this should, if we crit, bang, and then yeah, we're getting this done this turn. So let me know down below how you found the stage. Obviously isn't too crazy difficult, but there's plenty of stones to be gained here, and I know that I, much like you guys, jumping on any stones that we can get, because those anniversary banners don't always be treating us nicely. So let me know how you found the stage. Personally, I'd prefer if these were a little bit more difficult to see us get more stones, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, as they say. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you do want to keep up with the content, and hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.